Yo, what's Game Man players? It's your boy, Desmond Sharpman, back out here on this Madden 23 franchise mode. And we are set to continue with this Madden 23 series. We are still in week number 4. We are at our very first London game of the series. So the matchup that you're about to see, the Minnesota Vikings are about to match up with the New Orleans Saints. This matchup should be very fun, despite the Saints coming in at 3-0 to start the season after 3 incredible wins against divisional opponents, and Minnesota coming in at 1-2. They are fresh off a victory in their last game. Now, like I said before, that Minnesota offense has completely changed ever since Chris Youngblood has joined the team. And through 3 weeks, that man already has 6 receiving touchdowns. And to me, it's incredible, especially as a young rookie in the league. So the Saints are looking to continue their win streak. The Vikings trying to win back-to-back games following those early 2 defeats. Now, if you didn't see the beginning to week number 4, be sure to go back and check out that last episode, so you guys know how we've gotten started so far in week 4. And if you haven't seen the last 3 weeks, be sure to go check those out as well, so then you guys can get caught up to where we are right now. Because we've been through 3 weeks of play, and we literally have a lot of close games in this series alone. So we won't know how this first London game will go, but we will see. So let's get into it. This Vikings and Saints matchup, I'm pretty sure plenty of people remember, but back then the time Drew Brees was their quarterback, but Drew Brees is no longer there, and these two teams meet. Vikings, Saints, the very first London game of the series. Let's go.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we've got the Vikings superstar wide receiver. There were no answers for him a week ago, going well over 100 yards with several stops in the end zone. It's the Vikings and the Saints, and it's coming right up on EA Sports.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today it's week 4. We've got what should be a great one here between the Minnesota Vikings and the New Orleans Saints. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, you look at this Saints team as they enter play. They've got to be pleased with the start to this season. Obviously, a perfect 3-0.
3 good quality wins, too. It's got people in the locker room excited. They're thinking that this could be their year.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Vikings, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
Both teams are most definitely ready for this London game. You're going to see Kirk Cousins and DeAndre Crawford going at it. And the first to be out will be Kirk Cousins, as him and his Vikings are going to get the ball first to start, as they're hoping to get back-to-back wins following those early 2 defeats they had in their first 2 games. They did get a win in their last one. They're looking to get it done once again on the road in London. The Saints looking to continue that winning streak as we're underway from London. The Vikings and Saints are underway. And Smith-Marset is not going to return that one. So we get to see the Viking offense for the first time in this one. And Kirk Cousins set to lead the way for the Vikings.
His 3rd career Pro Bowl nod, Kirk Cousins.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, accentuate the positive. That's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big time game.
So here's a 1st and 10 for the Vikings. It's a run play. Dalvin Cook. And he's going to be tackled at the 32. He got 7 yards to kick off the drive.
Last week, despite him not running the ball well, they told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing.
Second and 3. Here's a jet sweep to Chris Youngblood. And he's going to be tackled at the 35, and he's got a first down. He got 3 right there.
Here in London, the first of 5 games in the NFL International Series for 2022. We'll see the Giants and Packers here next week. Broncos and Jags at Wembley at the end of the month. The Seahawks and the Bucs, that'll be in November in Munich, Germany. First time a game's been held there. And then we wrap up down in Mexico City.
Here's Cousins on first down, and that one's caught by who else but Justin Jefferson. And he's got a first down, a gain of 20 that time.
Very nice catch there by Justin Jefferson, one of the best receivers.
See, you got to understand, the trio of receivers is going to be pretty key this season for the Vikings. You got Chris Youngblood, you got Justin Jefferson, and you got Adam Thielen. All on one team, teaming together. Should be an interesting trio.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Cousins now.
Cousins looking to pass, and that one is complete by Youngblood. And they're going to bring him down at the 21, and another first for the Vikings.
Call that a very strong gain of 24.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
A first down throw for Cousins.
Cousins looking to pass, throws, and he overthrew it. He tried to go back to Youngblood, but it's second down.
For plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Second and 10. Here's a jet sweep. Youngblood.
They do get a couple,
And he's going to be tackled right at the 19. He did get 2. Now 3rd and 8.
Defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house. So they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. To throw is Cousins.
Cousins looking end zone for Justin Jefferson. He's got a Viking touchdown as they strike first in London.
A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are on the board first here this afternoon. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what
How about Minnesota going right down the field to score on their opening drive? Extra point is good right down the middle. 7-0 Vikings.
So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception.
So here's Roberson. He's set to kick this one away. And this one's not going to be returned by Hardy. So the Saints, we get to see their offense for the first time. And here comes DeAndre Crawford.
And a glance here at the vet. He's got a lot of years under his belt in the National Football League.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him the win.
So 1st and 10 for New Orleans. And here's a run by Justice. And he's going to be tackled at the 28. And hopefully the Vikings can keep him contained as we look at the numbers for him in the last game.
How do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had
yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw.
Here's Crawford on 2nd down. He's sacked. The Vikings got to him. Daniil Hunter gets the sack right there. Now it's 3rd down.
Quarterback's holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Here's Crawford. He's going to air this one out downfield, and he's got Christopher Butler in stride. And they're going to bring him down inside the Vikings 20 at the 17.
For a lot of years, the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And look, you're down 7-0 in the first quarter. You know it's not a time to panic or feel like you've got to get those points back right away. But how about their conviction and taking that chance to throw the ball deep right there, knowing they can hit on plays like this? I'll bet that won't be the last time we see them take a deep shot in this game.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone.
And here's Justice on 1st down, and he went backwards. A loss of 3, 2nd and 13.
Sizable loss here.
That's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Back to throw. Crawford.
Here's Crawford, and that one's complete on the screen pass. It's Justice. And he's going to go down right at the 11. Now it brings up 3rd and 4.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense.
Here's Crawford. Gets hit as he releases it, and that one's incomplete. So it's 4th down for the Saints.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
So here's Will Lutz for the PAT. Well, technically for the field goal, and he connects. And the Saints are on the board. It's 7-3.
So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown.
Here's Will Lutz. He will kick this one away.
Moved it downfield and put it through the post.
And Smith Marset is not going to return that one. So the Vikings get set to go. So here comes the Vikings offense.
For their 2nd drive of the game. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because...
Here's Cousins over the middle. He's got Youngblood. And they're going to bring him down at the 36, and he's got a 1st down.
And you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
So 1st down after that completion. Here's Cousins again to throw. He's got Youngblood once more. And down he goes right at the 45 and a 1st down.
It's another 1st down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
How about the throwing for Kirk Cousins in the first quarter? He's throwing the ball pretty good as that ends the first quarter with the Vikings lead 7-3.
The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Throwing is Cousins.
Cousins to throw again, and he's brought down. Josh Williams-Goss gets the sack. He came from off the edge to take down Kirk Cousins. Second down.
Remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that could spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Cousins to throw it.
Cousins to throw again, and wide open is Chris Youngblood right side. Shrugs off a tackle, and he goes down inside the 10 to the 9, and it's 1st and goal Vikings.
46 yards.
I'm not understanding how is Youngblood that wide open. I'm just not understanding that.
We've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability, and that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10.
And here's a jet sweep, Youngblood. And he's going to be pushed backwards. Nice play there by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
Showing off a bit on that stop. Really nice tackle for loss. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case,
here's Cousins to the end zone, and open is Youngblood. Touchdown, Minnesota. This is a young rookie doing this, and this is the thing. That's now his 7th receiving touchdown on the season, and we're in 4 weeks of action. I don't think anybody expected this out of Youngblood, but he's putting in some serious work. And now the Vikings lead 14-3. So here's Roberson to kick this one away. And Hardy's going to return it from the end zone. A nice return there. He's going to get this to the 28. So the Saints get set to go.
Two fantastic games coming up to wrap up Week 4, the first weekend in October. Tonight, the Chiefs and Buccaneers from Tampa. That's a rematch of Super Bowl 55, of course. And then Monday night, rematch of last year's NFC Championship game. The Rams and Niners from Santa Clara. Coverage on that one.
Here's Crawford. Gets hit as he releases it. It's incomplete.
But it's incomplete. Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Crawford to throw, and that one's incomplete. I don't know what happened there, but Taysom Hill just didn't catch it.
Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw.
Crawford gets hit as he throws again. It's incomplete.
The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
So now it's 4th down for the Saints.
This defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts.
So the Saints are going to punt it. And back to return is Youngblood. And no return right there. And they're going to down it right at the 4.
This will be marked down inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely.
So here comes Minnesota again.
Hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Kirk Cousins and the Vikings back out there. He's got 2 touchdown passes on his first 2 drives, and he'll try again here on drive 3.
And here's Cook. And they're going to get him in the backfield. He's going to lose 2, maybe 3. But now they're at their own 1-yard line.
Running the ball can be a struggle in this part of the field. In fact, it's a perfect spot for defenders to pin their ears back and try and work upfield, and they capture him for a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
And here's Cook once more. And they're going to get him right at the 11-yard line. Sets up 3rd and 2.
So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4 down...
Cousins off play action, and that's caught. Adam Thielen with it. And he's got a Viking first down at the 24.
Things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
So first down for Minnesota. Here's a fake. Kirk Cousins. He's going to air it out downfield. Youngblood, and it's batted down. Cousins tried to go for a big play downfield, but instead 2nd down.
Some plays it works, sometimes they're ready for you, and that time they were on guard.
And here's Cook on 2nd down, and he gets pushed backwards. He lost 3. Now it's 3rd down.
And now it's 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field.
3rd and 13 for the Vikings.
With 2 minutes left in the opening half. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. 3rd and long for Cousins.
Cousins looking around and open again. Here's Youngblood. And he's out of bounds across midfield at the 47.
A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
For some reason, the Saints are having a big problem containing this man whenever it comes to those types of routes.
With another one right there.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Cousins.
Play action. Cousins looking end zone, and it's incomplete. Chris Youngblood, the intended receiver, 2nd down.
Sometimes you find the defense vulnerable, so they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw, Cousins.
Cousins to throw again. And Youngblood, oh, he dropped it.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete.
He had it right in his hands, but he couldn't hold on. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half with the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
On 3rd down, Cousins.
Cousins on 3rd down. It's caught again by Youngblood.
It's complete.
And he's got another first down at the 37.
At the Saints 37. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on him a little bit, I think. So
Cousins to throw again. This time he's got Thielen. And they're going to bring him down at the 13 for another first down. And now they're going to run it with Dalvin Cook. And they're going to bring him down right at the 2. And it's first and goal, Minnesota. And the Saints are going to use one of their timeouts.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
And here's Dalvin Cook, and Cook gets in. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Dalvin Cook, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set.
So here's Rosas.
And then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Extra point is good right down the middle, and it's 21-3. I don't think anybody expected this type of score to happen, especially to an unbeaten team like the Saints. I don't think they were expecting that.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This one's sent away, and Hardy's not going to return it. So it's going to be a touchback. So here comes DeAndre Crawford and company.
It's going to head out now late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. 35 seconds, all that remains in the first half as they come up on first down. Throwing to start the drive.
Crawford airs this one out, and it's incomplete. Christopher Butler could not hold on. Second down.
Take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down.
Crawford, he's going to try it again, and that one is batted down. So another incompletion. So third down.
But they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
And Crawford on third down, he's sacked. Daniil Hunter gets the sack. And the Vikings use one of their timeouts. So unfortunately the Saints, they're going to punt it again. And this one's sent away. And here's Youngblood on the return. And they're going to bring him down at the 43.
18 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime.
And I don't think the Vikings are going to run another play. They're going to kneel on this one. They're going to take a 21-3 lead into halftime over the 3-0 Saints.
The Vikings taking the lead to the locker room. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October.
First, we kick things off in Atlanta with the Browns and Falcons. Then, after that, we got the Bills and Ravens from Baltimore.
Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. With that, we take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Vikings. And there were a few factors as to why they built this good-size advantage, but the rushing numbers were not all that amazing. We'll see if they can pick it up in the second half. Meanwhile, for the Saints, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break.
Both teams making their final adjustments. We're closing in on the second half. And for the call, let's get you back over to London, where we rejoin Brandon God.
In the first half, how about the Vikings? I don't think anybody expected this type of outcome, but they're up 21-3 against the currently now 3-0 Saints, whose winning streak could come to an end if they do not find a way to get back in this game.
So we will start here at the 25. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together.
And here's Justice on first down. And they're going to bring him down at the 28-yard line. Now it's 2nd and 7.
A gain of 3, second down. Another modest gain there on that one. And I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because
Crawford gets hit as he throws again, and it's incomplete.
into this game, you have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air. You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of.
And Crawford on third down, he's sacked. Daniil Hunter gets another sack, his second of the game.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted, and you can tell on the sideline.
So the Saints are gonna punt it away. They'll hoping for something to go their way, because like I said, they're trailing big time. So now here comes Dalvin Cook in the offense.
We get ready for their first possession of the second half.
And they've got the lead. They'll be looking to hold on to that lead. And could we see our very first team's winning streak coming to an end if the Vikings can hold on to this? Oh man, my goodness. What a stiff arm from Dalvin Cook. But he only got a yard out of that, so it's second down.
So it's 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Here's Cousins, and he overthrew it. He was trying to go to Adam Thielen. Now it's third down.
He's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Cousins looking to throw, and that's going to be a sack for the Saints defense. David Onyemata gets the sack right there. Now that is a huge sack in this one. That could help. That could help with that momentum.
And the ball has to be gone. And if you're not going to escape and run for it, you have to let it go before the pressure gets to you and puts you on the ground.
So Kevin Roberson, he will punt.
This offense has moved the ball. He hasn't been needed till here in the third.
On the return, here comes Butler. And he's going to be tackled at the 36. So the Saints get set to take over.
First down and 10. The New Orleans offense set to take over. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out.
Crawford on first down is caught by Jarvis Landry. And he's got a first down right at the 45. A gain of 19 right there.
First play of the drive is success, 19 yards.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
Here's Crawford to throw again. And this time he's got Butler. And he's going to go down at the 24 and a Saints first down.
First down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Crawford.
Crawford throws, and that was caught by Taysom Hill. And down he goes, getting this inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
It's another first down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
And here's Justice on 1st and goal. And he'll be tackled right at the 7. He only got a yard.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
And here's Justice once more. And this time he'll be tackled at the 6 to bring up 3rd and goal.
That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week to try and take away the run game.
Here's Crawford on 3rd and goal. He finds Michael Thomas. Touchdown New Orleans. As they cut into that lead a bit.
And the Saints get a bit closer. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you
Will
so
Lutz
much. It's
for the
trying
extra
to
point.
avoid
He nails it.
a perfect
So the Saints cut the lead down. It's 21 to 10.
That time a 6-play drive. And it's Michael Thomas who ends it with a touchdown reception.
So Will Lutz on to kick this one off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And Smith Marset, he's going to return it. And they're going to bring him down right at the 19. So the Vikings will take over.
And now out comes Minnesota. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
First down. A run by Cook. And they're going to bring him down at the 31 and a first down for the Vikings.
It's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
And here's another run by Cook. And what a play there by the linebacker Demario Davis to get back there to make the tackle. Second and 11.
Changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
And here's another carry. Cook. And they're going to get him down at the 37. Now that's going to bring up 3rd down.
Because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Here's Cousins, and he goes down. P.J. Russell gets the sack, a big-time sack in this stage of the game. And now it's 4th down.
3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now here in London. As we are just about set to go here in
So the Vikings are going to punt it away as we begin the 4th quarter with the Vikings up 11,
the punt team sending this one away.
looking to hold on to this lead. The Saints will be getting the ball, trying to cut into that lead a bit more.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Well, force the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. They go
play action for Crawford. He's going to air it out. Downfield. Butler. He's got it. That connection is working. They connect once more. And Crawford seemed the one-on-one coverage between Butler and Patrick Peterson. And he said, why not let this one fly?
And he was able to lay that one out there for him to run under. Yeah, and that throw, my goodness, and even 70 yards through the air. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
First down. Here's a carry by Justice. And Justice with some room. And they're going to bring him down at the 6. And it's 1st and goal, New Orleans.
17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there was another 1st down run right there.
Looking to throw.
Crawford looking. He's brought down. Eric Kendricks, the linebacker, gets in the backfield, and he takes him down.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
Here's Crawford on 2nd and goal, and he got rid of it a bit fast because the pressure was at him.
Half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Crawford on 3rd and goal and open. He's got Justice, and he's got a Saints touchdown as they cut into the lead a bit more. Uh-oh. Could it be trouble for Minnesota? Because remember, it was 21-3 at one point. Now that lead is starting to cut. Here's Crawford, and that was dropped. It's incomplete. So it's 21-16 as the Saints were unable to get the 2-point try. So it's just a 5-point lead for Minnesota. And Smith-Marsette not going to return that one. So that's going to be a touchback.
They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a 1-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws.
And here's Cook trying to run up the middle, and he's tackled at the 30 for a pickup of 5.
First down, that brings up 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Cousins.
Cousins throws, and that one's caught again. Chris Youngblood. And he's going to be tackled at the 43, and he's got a 1st down.
That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop it. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. They go play action. Cousins.
Play action. And look at this wide open receiver. It's Adam Thielen. And he's going to be tackled right at the 25 at another 1st.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
And here's Cook on 1st down. And he's going to be tackled at the 26. No gain there. Second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Cousins now on second down.
Cousins, nowhere to go. He's going to go down. The Saints got to him. A loss of 10 right there. Third down for Minnesota.
Feast or famine for him. He's had some success throwing the football, but also now he's been sacked 4 times.
Yeah, you just mentioned the 4 sacks, but you're right. He has managed to hang in there and make plays at times. His offensive line, they've got to figure it out and pick things up and give him more opportunities. And he has to help them by getting rid of the ball a little bit quicker.
Here's Cousins on third down. He's sacked again. P.J. Russell with another sack. Now the Saints are starting to get things under control. They're starting to get to Kirk Cousins. Now it's a 4th down. And the Vikings are going to go for the field goal here.
They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
So here's Rosas on for the field goal. A 58-yarder to put him up by 8. He's got it. So now it's 24-16. So now it all takes a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to try to tie this one up.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And Hardy is not going to return that one. So that's going to be a touchback. So here comes the Saints.
So all eyes on the Saints offense. Down on the scoreboard.
Now DeAndre Crawford, he has shown us a lot about his clutchness. Can he do it again? Can he do it again? His team is down by 8 with a minute and 55 left. Crawford with nowhere to go. He's brought down.
What a huge play at this point in the game.
So it's 2nd and long.
They'll look to throw.
Here's Crawford throwing for Butler. He's got it. And they're going to bring him down at the 39 and a 1st down.
First down there on a pickup of 25.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
So 1st down after that completion.
39 now. They'll come up on a 1st and 10. He's back to throw.
Here's Crawford.
Now in desperation.
He's going to air this one out. Butler. And it's batted down.
And it falls down in
Great defense there by Patrick Peterson to bat that one away. 2nd down.
Offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
an incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw.
Crawford looking to throw. He's sacked.
He's taken down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
So it's 3rd and long. So the Vikings, they're looking for 2 more stops to try to win this game.
He's going to let it fly.
Here's Crawford letting it fly, and Butler with the catch. He's going to score.
End zone, no flags. It's a touchdown. And now a 2-point conversion.
Are you serious?
Here in the final minute.
They have one big call left. Here we go. The touchdown's massive, but now they've got to have 2 to possibly take this to overtime.
DeAndre Crawford, he does it again. But it's not done just yet. They've got to get the 2-point conversion. They've got to get the 2-point conversion here. So what will they draw up?
The late touchdown was only half the
Here's Crawford. He's going to find Taysom Hill, and he gets in. And the Saints have tied it. For a second, if Eric Kendricks would have made that tackle, then he would have basically saved the game for the Vikings. But Taysom Hill shrugged him off, and New Orleans have tied things up. Down 21-3. Now it's 24 apiece here in the fourth with 27 seconds.
So we will start here at the 25. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And part of you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime.
And here's Dalvin Cook. And he's going to go down at the 29.
If you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield.
A gain of 4. 2nd and 6 coming up.
And kick for the win.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Cousins to throw.
Cousins looking around, and he has no choice but to throw it away.
So he'll throw it away. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away.
Cousins gets hit as he releases it, and it's incomplete. So the Saints defense gets a stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be
And the Vikings are going to punt it. So it's obvious to me that we will be seeing overtime here in London. And yes, we're definitely going to get overtime. So we will go to overtime in London. Back-to-back games. We have overtime.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one got an advantage today.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down,
man, oh man, the Saints were in desperation mode. They were down 21-3 at one point. They fought their way back with so many big-time plays by Crawford to even this one up. So the Vikings will get the ball to start overtime. Here we go. Back-to-back overtime periods here in week 4. This is how you're supposed to do it. We love it.
Charles, you think back to halftime, they had the big lead. They were in control of this game. They lost that lead. But ultimately right now, with the ball in overtime, a chance to win this thing.
And you know each guy's telling his teammate, just let it go. Don't worry about it. We're starting fresh right here.
And here's Cook on first down. And he's going to go down at the 29. A pickup of 4, 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Short gain there to start overtime.
Almost a tester play, wasn't it? Wanted to see if the guys on defense were going to fit the gaps the correct way. Because
here's Cousins, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan with the sack. And now it's 3rd down.
And that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack as a result of everyone on offense not doing their
so
job?
3rd and long for Minnesota.
This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long.
Cousins, nowhere to go. He's brought down. Josh Williams-Goss gets the sack, and now it's 4th down.
For a loss of 12. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
So the Vikings are going to punt it away. So the Saints, they will get the ball. All they need is 3, and they can walk off. And they can make the 18-point comeback.
Their defense, they did the important thing. They got the stop. They didn't allow a point, but now they're backed up here pretty far, Charles. Going to need a significant drive to try to get into position for the game-winning field goal.
Yeah, partner, don't you think that defense is on the side?
And here's Justice on first down. And they're going to get him down at 21, and he's going to pick up a first down.
Find a way to maneuver downfield and at least get into field goal range and get us a win. Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
And here's Justice again. And they're going to bring him down right at the 29. He got 8. So 2nd and 2.
You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And now that brings this one to the 2-minute warning.
Left in this overtime session and still all tied.
So 2 minutes to go here in overtime. We're still tied. We are still tied here. And here's Justice once more. And he's going to be tackled at the 36. And he's got a Saints first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, give it to your back. Let him pick up the first.
Here's Justice again. And he's going to be tackled right at the 42. A gain of 6. And here's Justice again. And they're going to bring him down at the 45. And he's got a first down.
66 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
But it's a pretty good drive they're putting together. And I know if I'm on the other sideline, that offense kind of helpless, isn't it? Because they may not touch the football.
And here's Justice again. And they're going to bring him down at the 34. And Minnesota's, they're going to use their timeouts.
The defense, they'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
And here's another run. Justice. And Justice with some space. Justice breaking free. And he's tackled at the 8. And it's 1st and goal, New Orleans.
Especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up 1st and goal.
Yeah, some nice running right there. That's what got them the first down. But at this point, I suggest...
And the Vikings are going to use their 2nd timeout. Their 2nd and final timeout.
That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back.
How about Justice? He was getting shut down early. And New Orleans and it was just nothing but runs on that drive for the Saints. So they're gonna kneel on it, and it looks to me that they're probably gonna go for a field goal here to try to win this one. They would want to go for a touchdown, but in DeAndre Crawford's eyes, that running game on that drive literally helped them.
Now the timeout comes,
and they're going to use the timeout. So it's on the leg of Will Lutz.
For a potential game winner.
He's looking to extend that win streak for the Saints. 3 seconds left. And yes, they are going to go for the field goal. Will Lutz for the win. And he has got it. And the Saints come back down 18 to win it in overtime as the streak continues. What a game. What a performance by Crawford, leading his team back down 18 to win it in overtime. Unbelievable. The clutchness of DeAndre Crawford is back once again.
So for New Orleans, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears.
Yo, dog, can you believe we've had back-to-back, yes, back-to-back overtime games here in week 4? Can you believe it? I'm still in deep shock. Minnesota was up 21-3 at one point. Then the Saints started coming back to even it up. And it all led to the overtime period. Justice with so many big time runs to get them down the field to kick the game-winning field goal as the Saints remain unbeaten at 4-0. So here are the numbers. Both quarterbacks played well. 273 for Kirk Cousins, 303 for Crawford. After they was getting shut down early, that second half they just poured it on. They just put it on right after that. Here's the running game. Justice, over 100 yards rushing. He didn't get into the end zone, but his runs that he was having helped the Saints get that game-winning field goal. 56 yards rushing for Dalvin Cook. He had a touchdown run, and 3 yards rushing for Youngblood. But speaking of Chris Youngblood, he had a tremendous game. How about Christopher Butler, though? 237 yards receiving and a touchdown. Chris Youngblood, he had 166 yards receiving and a touchdown. 68 yards for Adam Thielen receiving. 39 receiving yards for Justin Jefferson. He had a touchdown. Justice, 2 catches for 26. He had a touchdown. Jarvis Landry, a catch for 19. Taysom Hill, a catch for 15. And Michael Thomas, a catch for 6 and a touchdown. So for the Saints, they come back down 18 points as they get the win, as they're now 4-0 on the season. And as they head back towards the U.S., they're going to get another home matchup, as they're going to get a matchup with the Seattle Seahawks in the next game. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, this is a tough loss for them to suffer, as they'll drop to 1-3 now. And in their next game, they will have an opportunity to bounce back, as they will host their division rival from their division, the Chicago Bears. I did not expect for that to go down, but back-to-back games, we've had overtime finishes. The Saints come back down 18 to win it in overtime, 27-24 against the Vikings. If you enjoyed this game, be sure to drop a like on it and subscribe to the channel if you are new. And guys, there goes our first London game. The next one will be in week number 5, where the Giants and the Packers will do battle there. But in the next game, we begin the 1 o'clock schedule games, which you guys know that some teams are trying to get the 3-1. Some teams are still trying to get their first win and everything like that. And a couple of teams in the 1 o'clock schedule trying to continue their unbeaten streak. But we begin the 1 o'clock schedule from Atlanta where the Falcons will host the visiting Cleveland Browns. But what a finish here in London.